So, I mean, we spoke to almost every realtor that we could think of around this area. And, why we called MinMaxx was the commission rate. Obviously, we wanted to save as much money as possible, as anybody probably selling their house would want to. And MinMaxx has a fantastic rate. Now, the only thing was we were worried a bit about, we got warnings about low commission realtors, as in they don't get the same service. But from the get-go, MinMaxx, and specifically Omar, was very accommodating. So the reason why we ended up going with Omar is that was exactly at what she spoke, is that he accommodated to our timings. We weren't here early to be able to speak to him. We weren't here in the afternoons. He made the time of kind of around what we wanted. And then when he spoke to us, he really made it. It really felt like we were speaking to a friend. He came with all the research. He came with everything that, there were a few realtors that didn't do that for a lot. There were actually quite a few realtors that didn't give us any information. They were just like, yeah, we can put it up for you. And, they were just about the number of the commission and how much we're going to save, which is great. But Omar also came prepared with numbers in the area, what he'd seen, how fast his turnaround time was with his other sellers, and it just kind of clicked, I guess, at that time. We didn't plan to sign with him that night, and he was just amazing.
The night we signed to hire him, after that he said, okay, tomorrow or day after your photographs will be taken, the house will be staged. It happened exactly the same time. The girl came, she took the pictures, and that night our house was listed on the website with all the pictures. And then I guess that same weekend we had the open house.
So the night we signed, the stager came at, I think it was like 10 o'clock at night, which was amazing because, who goes above and beyond like that? It wasn't just a one-on-one relationship with Omar. It was a relationship within the entire team. So from the stager to the person who came for the photography, to his back-end team who was giving us calls and bringing people in, booking appointments, doing a real hard push on that, even the signage and stuff, and coming out and letting us know how to make the outside look as well. So it was, and then Omar, I think on the selling process, Omar was also there for the open house, but it didn't feel like it was just one person. As much as we signed with just Omar, it felt like it was an entire team in the backside. So with 1%, you wouldn't assume that you'd have that much service, but it did feel like we had. And it was a personal service. Like I could call them and tell them, yes or no, and we're available and we're not available.
So my husband was getting calls every 5 minutes. You have appointment at this time. Email confirming again. So it was not only email or not only phone call, they were both. So you would confirm with the email, they will call us. So made sure that so-and-so date was available to us. If you can't do it or you cannot do it, what is the other time that you can do it? So they would always go back and forth and ask us, what is the right time for you or a good time for you?
Both of the people, both of that team and plus the back end team, they all helped us. Like they weren't there just, we're doing our job. It was, hey, we've seen this, or here's some examples of what we've seen in other houses, or even the photographer came in, didn't just take pictures, was like, maybe let's kind of angle it this way, or we'll move this, and really took their time to and we didn't expect that, but they really took their time to sell for us. The experience was just, above and beyond. So we definitely recommend MinMaxx across the city, wherever we go, wherever we're headed.
We actually already did.
And we already have, actually.
Yeah.
So we've already mentioned to a few friends, actually. So
in Milton itself.
Yeah.